Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I feel like one of those characters in Hidden Figures. I rolled up my hair last night and this is what I came with, and I just feel like so 1960-ish. But at any rate, I hope you all are doing well. And thank you for being here live and thank you for watching the replay. I appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to leave me a comment so we can continue the conversation there. I love it. I love the comments and your perspective and just to continue that conversation. So I just wanted to come on here and just let you know, listen, um, there's a lot going on, and I know a lot of people are feeling some kind of way, and I don't know who this message is for, so I'm going to kind of, or try to share it in two folds. And I see Rudy Fern with Autism Homestead is in the building. Good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. Did you change your name? I don't remember your name being that long, or you might be someone that's new, but I know Rudy, and and your name seems to have changed, but welcome. It's good to see you. It absolutely is. So, listen, I always get these messages, is my intuition. I get these messages from God, absolutely. And then they help me recall conversations that I've had with my mother in the past. And this happens not often, but when it does, I definitely pause, especially when it's around the messages from my mother. Now, God's voice comes to me all the time, throughout the day, all day, every day. But, those messages, those nuggets that my mother dropped along my lifetime or her lifetime with me, they show up periodically, and it's always so powerful and timely. Good morning, Slasher Chick. How are you doing? Good morning. Great to see you. Yeah, good. You see Rudy. That's awesome. And thanks for speaking to everyone. Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. Welcome in. Good morning to you. How are you doing in Canada, Kevin? I hope everything is going well. So, one of the last things that my mother said to me before she passed was, don't worry about anything because God sees everything. And so, again, I don't know who this message is for, but you may be going through something and you may have frustrations because maybe you're not getting the recognition. Maybe you feel like you're being overlooked or underlooked or just not appreciated. And that could be personally or professionally and or professionally. But you know what? Sometimes we do things and it's for the wrong people, or, we think we're supposed to be doing it to get the shine over here. Like, oh, if I do it like this, then that person's going to see it or whatever. But first of all, anything that you do should be, for the honor of God because you are one of his children. I'm one of his kids. But at the same time, often the people that you think are supposed to give you that recognition, quote unquote, aren't the ones that really matter. And the sooner you can understand that, the better. It's the people you don't see. It's the people that are not in the room, the people that you're not even aware of right now that really will take you where you need to be. That really will give you those opportunities that will say, you know what, let's bring that person in. And if you consume yourself with worrying about what people aren't saying or aren't doing, then you can sometimes self-sabotage. You may get disgruntled, get discouraged, and start doing less and not showing up as your best. And that's what you don't want. That's why you still have to push through and know that the right time, the right person, the right situation is just around the corner. So keep doing your best regardless, because it will start to shine through. And if you're one of those people that act like you have the power to block someone, then you really need to step back and reevaluate yourself, because you do not have that power. And if you are exercising it in a way that you feel is funny, that you feel is like, yeah, I'm gonna keep them over there. Mm-mm. That's not going to be favorable to you in the future. Trust, because it always comes back. One thing I learned from my parents growing up in their business is you have to treat everyone everyone, especially if you are an employer, you have to treat everyone as if they have value. If they have a voice, they do have a voice, but if they've done something, give that shine to them. It's not minimizing who you are. All that means is you need to step up your game and do even better. My father had some amazing designers, that worked for him. And you know what he did? He didn't say, oh, that person is right on my heels, getting ready to try to take over or anything. No, he just kept improving, kept elevating himself. And so if you feel like you have someone on your team that maybe you are mentoring, maybe that you're training, maybe that is just maybe a position beneath you, don't discourage them from elevating. You want them to get greater and greater because that pushes you, hopefully, because none of us have arrived, so we all have to continue to grow, to learn, to improve. And if you're not trying to do that, then you have to step back and evaluate what's really going on, because trying to get it off of the backs of others is not what it's about. But at the same time, if you feel like you're being held down, held back, don't worry about anything, because God sees everything. And just keep the faith, keep persevering, become resilient, and understand that you don't have to say much. You really don't, because your actions are speaking louder than your words, for sure. And let's see, I see Crip Blue is in the building. Good morning to you, Darlene Thurston. Good morning. Welcome in, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. Listen, the weather is breaking. I know spring is right around the corner, this at the end of this week. And already the weather is starting to show signs of it. Here in the Carolinas, it's been beautiful, in the high 60s, low 70s, sunny, just beautiful. And I love walking about in the city during this time of year. And you'll start seeing more videos or shorts for sure, of the different murals, because so much more has been, produced in the city here, and I love to show it and showcase it. We do have a very beautiful city. It's very modern and new, and that's the only thing I have to say. I wish that they kept some of the older buildings and just kind of intermingled it with the new construction. But here in Charlotte, they definitely are a brand new city. I just came back from Baltimore, and Baltimore is such a beautiful, well-established, just a city that just looks like it's timeless, because it does have elements of today, but it definitely have those elements of yesterday, and they just combine so beautifully. And I don't know why, but some developers, they just think, oh, you know what, let's flatten it all, let's get rid of all of this. You got these amazing bricks that they just demolish. So I'm just like, listen, you'll take the character away when you do that. Yeah, the modern buildings are designed very nice, different angles and just very interesting. However, they don't have that character, that special character, that nostalgic character that those older buildings have. And let's see, Slasher Chick is saying, it's 30 something here. Oh, really? I don't even have a jacket. I don't have a jacket with me. I don't have we don't even need a jacket. It's going to be 70 degrees today. I want to say right now it's probably in the mid 50s, maybe close to 60 even. I don't really know the weather until I'm walking to my office, because I start off in my garage and I park in a garage for my business. So, um, but it's just across the street, and even then, it's just not. It's rare that I have to wear a coat. I think I had to wear a heavy coat this winter, maybe 5 or 7 times this winter, maybe. It just doesn't get cold enough for me. Now, there are people that I know that, maybe they were from up top, they were from up north, and, they've been down here for so long, they just can't handle the cold. So when it gets even slightly cold, they're like, oh, it's so cold. They have all these goose down jackets, scarves, hats. And I'm like, what y'all doing? It's not that cold, because I know cold. Cold, Slasher Chick up there in Philly. It get cold, cold. It doesn't get cold, cold like that down here. You know how it's so cold up top, where when you talk, your breath is white because it's so cold. Like your breath is blowing out cold air type of thing. And it don't happen like that here, no matter how cold it gets. I mean, maybe it happened twice, where because I always test it. I'm like, is it really cold? And I'll blow like that, and nothing. And I think twice this year, this winter, I did that, and it blew out, you know, cold air or whatever. And it's not cold air, it's your hot air and the cold air combining makes the white. So yeah, it's crazy how that is. but the high is in the 60s. Okay, so it's going to end up being a beautiful day. It's going to be, and Philadelphia is another one of those amazing cities that has kept the original structures. So it has that very beautiful architectural design that you just know it just stands the test of time. It's evergreen. It's evergreen. It's wonderful, and I just wish Charlotte would have kept more of those. There's some buildings that we do have that are beautiful that I hear are getting ready to go down. And I'm just like, why can't you just gut out the inside and, redesign that? Because that is something special too. When you look on the outside, but when you walk in, it's like this oasis, this beautiful masterpiece. And I know, especially like in places like New Orleans, probably Philadelphia too, places in New York, where you can't chop down those buildings because of the historical landmark and just for the historical reasons. But you can do whatever you want on the inside, and I think that's wonderful to do it that way. But again, whatever you're going through, and if you're that one, that's why I'm saying I'm not quite sure who this message is for, because I might be giving you an aha moment where you're like, dag, I've been doing that to my employees, or I've been doing that in my relationship, where you think you have that power to keep them down, and you don't. You don't. But if you're in that other situation where, you feel like you're being kept down, don't think that that person has that type of power over you. And this is something I tell my coaching clients all the time, because listen, that's why I'm talking about this, because people are out here frustrated. People are out here like, yo, I'm giving up. I don't give a daggone, what happens. I'm just, going to stop doing what I do and do less and see what happens then. But you know what? When you stop and do less because you get so frustrated, it impacts you. It impacts you. And so what I tell my clients is, when you do that, it again, it's going to impact you, but you're giving that other person, place, or thing so much power. So much power over you, because now you're saying to them, yeah, you can not recognize me, you can keep me from the table or whatever, and I'm going to perform to that manner. I'm not going to do anything. So, being that I'm not doing anything, that means I don't deserve more. I don't deserve that seat at the table. Now you're proving them right. So keep doing what you do, because you're not doing it for them. Know that you're absolutely doing it for God, but other people, they see you. Real people see you. They have people in the room that are watching and go back and tell it. And what are they telling when they go back about you? That's the question. So many people think like, oh, it's just these randoms in the room. I could just, come in here however. And no, those randoms know people too. So you have to be on your A game at all times. Represent yourself well. You have control over your personal brand. No one else does. But if you give them that power, they absolutely will take it. They will continue to keep you down. So do your best every day. And let's see what Chip Blue is saying. Yeah, I do one-on-one sessions as well. I do one-on-one sessions as well as group coaching sessions. I've been coaching probably now for over 20 years. I've been coaching for over 20 years, and I do a variety. I do marketing, I do life coaching, I do career coaching. So marketing coaching that I do is for businesses and nonprofits that are trying to have better attraction marketing, attract the people, the money to their organization, the clients, the customers, and just doing strategic planning with them. For life coaching, it's people that are, just trying to figure things out, trying to figure their life out, their next move, their next step, trying to get things right, trying to understand who they are and their personal brand and how they're showing up. Career coaching is around people that are pivoting within their career. It could be brand new. They could have had an established career and they just don't know what their next step is. So career pathing is so important. And I absolutely love it, because I know that it has changed the game, changed the course for so many people. And it makes me feel good because I'm part of that process with them. And it's wonderful. It's very specific. The group coaching is more for accountability. It's digging deep into content, and everyone is at different levels, but it's the same content, and they are able to implement it into their lives the way that they know they need to, but it's really for accountability purposes as well. So I don't know if you've checked out any of my podcasts, but some of my podcasts I have shared some of the sessions that I would do for group coaching, some of the content. It's not as deep because I'm just talking, we're not, it's not give and take unless you drop down in the comment section, but it's different when it's live and in group coaching. And when I say live, because typically my clients are all over the country, so they're virtual, or yeah, they're virtual. Sometimes could be via phone too, but definitely virtual. And we're able to give and take in real time, which is really powerful, because you walk away and you're like, okay, this is how I'm going to take my next step. This is how I'm going to take my next move. Or just knowing that, okay, so in 2 weeks I'm going to have, I set out these goals, I set out these strategies for these goals, and I'm going to do a report on them, so that you have some things to do to make that, to move the needle for yourself, for sure. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Can I sing it? You do not want me to sing happy birthday to you, but I wish you a amazing birthday. I hope you have a great day. Another year around the sun. You made it. You made it. And so do something wonderful for yourself. Go out, get some fresh air. If it's sunny where you are, get some natural vitamin D. Eat your favorite food. Do what you love today, because celebrate yourself in your life. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. You welcome, Slasher Chick. You welcome for this message today. It's my pleasure. TWP Popcorn just into the building. What is popping? How you doing? Good morning. Oh, I hope everyone is doing well. It is Tuesday, the second Tuesday, the second week in March, or is this the third week? I think this might be the third week. My youngest of three's birthday is coming up. So Blue Queen, my youngest of three, her birthday's at the end of this week. So you're born in the same month. And my brother, my youngest of two, but my older brother, his birthday was earlier this month. So March is popping. TWP Popcorn. And if your birthday is in March, whoever's listening in the replay or whatever, let me know in the chat. Say, you know what, Coach Sherri, my birthday is March. Boom, boom, boom. Let me know. All right, everyone, I'm going to get ready to head out, and it's been wonderful chatting with you. I hope that you all were able to receive something from the message that I shared. Remember, don't worry about anything. Listen, some things you definitely can't deal with it. Like, you can't handle it. You can't be too concerned about it, because there's really no change that you can make, only within yourself. You can't help what other people say, do, or think, right? You can only do what you can do. You can only control what you say, what you think, and how you move. So control that to the best of your ability. Don't let someone else come through and change you. Don't have them making you work differently, move differently, because you feel some kind of way. You could feel some kind of way if you want to. Hey, listen, that's natural, but don't let it impact how you move, because that's the move that people will see. You can say, well, listen, I've been doing this thing all this time, doing it so well. Everything's been good. Boom, boom. Nobody's been saying anything. And then the minute you pivot and decide, like, you know what? I just don't give a doggone. I'm not going to do my best. I don't care. It is what it is. That's the part they see. And that's the part they'll remember. And that's the part that they'll move with you on. So don't give them that much power. Don't do it. And if you are taking that type of power from somebody, what's going on with you? What is really going on with you? Where in the world did you realize that that was good, that you could just take someone's stuff and just, say it as if you were the originator of it? Like, that's wild to me. So, keep doing what you do, because real people are watching. All right, everyone, listen. Every day, practice so hard that when you get in, you will always play to win. I see Olivia Love. What? Olivia Love is in the building. I almost missed you. And Stace, hello. Good morning, Stace. And Olivia Love, it's so good to see you. Wow. Remember back in the day when Slasher Chick and I was doing that 90-day going live every day challenge? And you were always supportive. And I appreciate you for that, for sure. But I appreciate you anyway in real life, right? So, all right, everyone, take care and have a wonderful day on purpose. You have that control to do that. Absolutely. Continue to talk to God throughout, and everything's going to be all right because He sees everything. All right, take care. Remember, I am Coach Sherri.